Orphans, physically disabled, some are ill, and others are born with birth defects. These kids find themselves at the Hogar.
The Hogar is a home for children who they can't afford the medical care that they need. Either their families can't afford it, or they were abandoned and they need someone to pay for what they need, or they need people to care for them. Their parents can't afford the medical care that they need, or they're orphans. That's where all the kids get to stay. We were just there for a week with them to play with them, take care of them, accompany them to hospital visits in Lima, and just whatever they needed us to do for them.
St. John the Baptist Diocesan High School selects 48 junior students to go to Peru for a week during the summer, starting in late June, ending in early August.
The kids aren't siblings, but they treat each other like siblings, and it's like a beautiful thing to see. They all have their own unique personalities. Like there's this girl, Julia, that I made like a connection with, and she wasn't very outgoing, and she didn't have a very like open personality, but when you got to know her, she was so sweet and so adorable.
They're adorable. They're all so happy and so filled with love that just like radiates onto the volunteers that are there. And everyone gets a special connection to at least one of the kids down there that's like their baby. So this little 3-year-old named Brandon, he was the cutest little thing. He was so smart. And when we were down there, his dad came from a 20-hour bus trip to come and see his son because he hates getting his blood taken and he had blood work done that day. So he came 20 hours by bus to come see Brandon, and then slept on the couch at the Hogar overnight and then went back home the next day. And that like really spoke to me about how much the parents of the children love them, even if they can't be with them, and by being at the Hogar, they're getting the best care that they can. So that's like the ultimate sign of their love.
Come on! Come on! Come on! Dr. Anthony Lazara founded the Hogar and tends to the kids, becoming like a father figure to them.
And Dr. Tony, the doctor there, runs it. These kids are disabled, or they have health problems, or they were abandoned and they don't have a home. So Dr. Tony took them in and we got to meet them and play with them. This trip was one of the most life-changing trips. It made me become so grateful for what I had at home. These kids were so happy and they had nothing, and us here, we are always needing something or wanting something, and we're never truly happy, and they showed me what true happiness really was.
This trip gives students insight on what goes on outside their country.
It made me a lot more grateful for everything that I have in my life and the relationships I have in my life, because you got to see how happy some of these children were with so much less than what we have in America. And some of them don't get to see their parents for weeks or months, sometimes years at a time. And so it made me more grateful that I get to see my parents and my sister and some of my other family members every day or every week. So yeah, it's the little things in life that matter.
It made me realize what really matters, because when I made connections with these kids, you notice that they don't ask for a lot of things. They really just want love, and they want someone to care for them. And it made you realize like all the things that you think that you need in your life, you don't really need, as long as you have people that care about you and love you.
Dr. Tony and the kids have been grateful for all the student volunteers provided to them by St. John's in the past years and many more to come.
Hogar, which means home in Spanish. It's a unique place, but when you walk in, it really feels like that.
I would 100% go back. It was the best experience I've ever been on.